Hear you a little bit.
How about now? A little better. I got this new headset on. Sorry about that. No, I so much to talk about this game, but I just want to ask you about the Tamani's huge block there right at the end to really save this ball game for you from pure advantages. How big was that for the squad?
Oh, that was huge. That was a huge block. It was a huge momentum swing, and it was right on. It was right on time.
Thanks.
Henry, do you have a question?
Hey, PJ. How were y'all able to manage the turnovers? I know y'all had a lot compared to Vanderbilt, and what were you able to do with that?
We just played to the best of our ability. Some things you can't control, so you just got to go get to the next play. And I feel like once we got to the next play, realize that if you got to take it one step at a time, everything started clicking.
Okay, let's have Mark Weiser and then Ryan Curley.
PJ, I assume you think you guys didn't play as well as you did against Auburn or maybe even Ole Miss, but to win when you guys aren't at your best, does that say a lot for you guys?
Yes, it says a whole lot about our team and our togetherness. When things are not going your way, and you still have a chance to persevere, and we did that. And I feel like we can continue doing it.
PJ, you were hot from the 3-point line today. Was there anything? Did you do anything different prepping for the game today, or your shots just falling?
No, I prepare like I always prepare. I don't really switch it up. I do what I need to do, and today it was a good day. So hopefully I have more days in the future.
Okay, let's have Palmer Tones and then Davis Baker.
PJ, how big was the effort of Jaxon Etter tonight?
Oh, that was real big. He came in. His number was called. He was ready to play right then and there. He always go hard in practice, and it shows up in the games when we in a clutch.
Yeah, along those lines, I was actually going to ask about Ty McMillan. How much better does he make y'all, especially as the big man on the team when he's playing like that?
Oh, he's very effective when he's playing at his peak, and he can get. I've seen growth since I've been here and watching him, compete and play and practice in the games. And I feel like he's getting there.
Okay, let's have Augusta Stone and then Jed May.
Hey, PJ, Scottie Pippen Jr. had one of his worst shooting nights of the season tonight. He went 3 for 12. I want to know what was the key on him defensively?
The key was just to stay in front of him. Stay in front of him as much as you can in ball screens. Just try to make sure he sees somebody in front of him, no matter where he goes, because he was the key to their offense.
Hey, PJ, a couple games ago, you were really struggling from three. I think you went 0 for 13 and over a couple games there. The past couple games, you shot a lot better. Obviously, we're shooting great tonight. As a shooter, just how do you, I guess, get out of slumps like that? What do you do in practice? How do you prepare, when things aren't going right to get back on track?
I just feel like you adjust. You never stop shooting. You just always have to adjust. And by adjust, I mean like making sure you don't live in the past. So like if I missed a shot back then, the next one's going. And I gotta always think like that.
All right, and the last question, let's go with Connor Riley.
Hey, PJ, turnovers obviously an issue tonight. Was it anything that Vanderbilt was really doing, or was it more sort of self-inflicted ones?
A lot of it I feel like was self-inflicted. I mean, a lot of stuff that we could control, and some of it was just not being able to get there. But on the up and up, we got better today, and I feel like we are together, and we as in one, we can be able to do anything.
All right, thanks so much, PJ. And now we're going to be joined by Jaxon Etter. All right, first up, let's have Augustus Stone and then Anthony Dasher.
Hey, Jackson, I want to know, what are your thoughts on Tumani's big block to end the game, and what does it say about his potential?
That was crucial. I mean, Tumani shows up and makes big time plays. You know, he knocked down 2 clutch free throws, and then, you know, got to play the game block. You know, I mean, his potential's through the roof. He works harder than anybody I've ever met. So, and he's an awesome dude. So, one of my boys.
Hey, Jackson. Obviously, a lot of minutes tonight, 7 points, but you know, maybe even more than what you scored. It seemed like it was the energy that you brought, you know, to the court tonight. Can you just kind of, you know, kind of talk about the aspect of it and when you're in the game, why that's so important for you to kind of bring it like you did tonight?
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's with the help of my teammates and the bench. You know, if I don't feel their energy, then there's no energy coming out of me. And so it was a team win. I couldn't have done it without my teammates, my coaches who constantly push me in practice, and that's kind of like my role. You know, I found my role, be an energy guy. You know, move without the ball, do the little things, and seems like it worked for me.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Up next, let's have Mark Weiser and then Henry Queen.
Jackson, how satisfying is it for you know, guys like yourself and McMillan to come off the bench and you know, contribute like you did in a win? So obviously they needed everything you guys could give.
Yeah, I mean, it's very satisfying. I mean, when you work your tail off every day, you know, you're ready when your number's called. And me and Ty were ready when our numbers were called. Ty had some awesome minutes, you know, huge rebounds, huge putbacks. You know, Ty did a really good job, and that just, you know, shout out to his work ethic during practice every day. When he comes in and gets extra work in, you know, shout out Ty McMillan.
It looked like you were kind of pushing up on Scottie Pippen Jr. What was the game plan to rein him in?
I mean, lock up, keep the ball in front. You know, same with Sharif Cooper. You know, same with Scottie Pippen Jr. Keep the ball in front, and you know, help defense wins games.
Okay, let's have Ryan Curley and then Davis Baker.
Hey, Jackson, you were matched up on Scottie Pippen Jr. For a lot of your minutes out there. Was that part of the game plan in practice? Did you practice against Severe to prepare for matching up against him?
Not necessarily. I mean, I didn't guard Xavier, but you know, I knew I was going to be guarding Pippen, similarly to the way I guarded Sharif, chest in front. You know, don't let him blow by, stay down, keep the ball in front. You know, I lock in on those keys and then put it to good use.
Hey, Jackson, just want to know how you mentally stay locked in from games where you might not see the floor to tonight when you're a crucial part of the second half effort. Just how do you mentally stay prepared?
Well, I'm mentally stay prepared because I'm locked in practice every day. I mean, every single guy on the team, no matter if they play 40 minutes like Xavier or they play 0 minutes, everybody's locked in at practice every single day. Everybody goes hard. You know, shout out Coach Linehan, all the coaching staff. You know, they do a really good job of keeping the energy up no matter how many minutes you're going to play, and everybody gets reps.
Okay, let's have Jed May and then Palmer Toms.
Hey, Jackson, kind of 2 questions for you. One, what does it mean just to have Coach Green put the kind of faith in you to guard, you know, Sharif Cooper and Scottie Pippen, you know, 2 guys who were among the best in the league? And secondly, you mentioned being an energy guy. Just how, I guess, you keep it in your minds that you're helping this team with the energy you bring, you know, even on nights like tonight where, you know, points and assists and all that kind of stuff might not be showing up on the stat sheet.
What was your first question again? Sorry.
Just what does it mean for you to have Coach Green put the faith in you to guard Sharif Cooper and Scottie Pippen and guys like that?
It means a lot, you know. It means a lot that he's seeing what I work on in practice, and that's something that I worked a lot on during the off season and during COVID. You know, me and my little brothers were in the backyard getting quicker, getting faster, getting stronger. So that's something that I really took pride in coming in this fall. And then the second question, as far as being an energy guy, you know, everybody's got to find their role, you know, and not everybody can be leading scorer. And I don't know, that seems maybe too obvious, but I feel like a lot of people need to find their role. And, you know, I think a lot of guys on this team have found their role. And I just so happen to take up the energy guy spot.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jackson, along those same lines, as someone that has that kind of energy guy role, you know, walk on that may not be expected to do as much. Do you feel like when you get out on the court, you play with a chip on your shoulder?
Absolutely. From the jump. no questions asked. There's always been a chip on my shoulder ever since I graduated high school and didn't really have too many offers and decided to walk on at Georgia, where I grew up being a dog. So there's always a chip on my shoulder. I mean, and I don't know, shout out my parents because they really pushed me to do the best.
All right, and last question, let's have Connor Riley.
Hey, Jackson, you guys won 3 straight SEC games. The first time you've done it under Coach Crean. Does that have any significance for you guys as a team that you are able to string along victories in this league now?
100%. Momentum's key. Anybody can pick up momentum, but as far as we're aware, we take it one game at a time. We're 1-0 tonight, and we're going to be 1-0 on Wednesday. So that's the goal.
All right, thanks so much, Jackson, and congrats on the win.
Thank you.
We'll be joined shortly by Coach Crean.